What's going on in Atlanta? Sitting here chilling. You know your boy Big Chips here always comes back with a thought or a phone call or something. Today I was actually I was talking to somebody because of a post I made, and we were kind of talking about just a mindset kind of life in general. You know, there's people who want a standard of living, and then there's people who want the quality of life. And most people just get hung up on some kind of standard of living that they never have quality. And you don't have to be rich to have quality of life. You don't have to have everything you ever wanted to have quality of life. And that's standards. And people just get lost, you know? So I think the key of what I want people to understand about me is there's optimists and there are pessimists, alright? You know, pessimistic people, they believe everything's half empty. You know, take the word N-O-W-H-E-R-E. That's a powerful word, right? An optimist will put a space between the H or the W and the H, right? And they look at it as opportunity is now here, right? It doesn't matter what happens. We're going to space those two words. The pessimist, which is most people, are going to put the space between the O and the W. And there's opportunity nowhere. So, you know, as I was talking and I was thinking about it, I'm like, you know, I need to share that. That's something that could be of value to somebody. And it's just something simple, something easy. I mean, and you can do it, and you can think about it and see where it places in your life. But you know, the problem of it is people just don't use their thought process. They don't think about what it is that they're really trying to strive for. They don't have a goal. They don't have a vision. You know, and my job is, and I've heard it put this way, and I never really understood it until I really started getting into the lifestyle, right? Because that's what I'm pitching, is not a standard of living. It's a quality of life. It's a change in lifestyle. But what I see and what I now know to be true is I am technically, if you're in this industry to change lives, you're an optometrist, you know, and people kind of gawk at that and like, you know, but you go to an optometrist when you can't see clearly. You know, you go and you have your test run and they tell you what's wrong and tell you that there's something wrong with your vision, and they run their tests and they fit you with a new pair of glasses. And technically, that's what I'm doing, is I'm fitting you with a new pair of glasses. When I first heard that, it didn't make sense, and I was like, well, it did. I mean, it's you can understand what I'm saying, and I understood what they were saying, but it didn't resonate until a little later, because you are fitting people with new eyes. A new way of seeing the way that life is, or a way of life could be or should be. And you're allowing these people to see for the first time. You know, one person had asked Helen Keller, you know, basically about being blind and what was the worst thing about it. And not really sure. I'm not going to say this is a quote, because it is a quote. I just don't know how the exact quote goes, you know, but basically saying, you know, what would be the worst thing you can imagine type thing. And her response was, the worst thing that she could be is to actually, instead of being just blind, is for someone who can see but has no vision. And it's a pretty deep statement when you think about it, because how many of you don't have a vision? You know, you can see, but you don't have a vision. How many people are able to listen, but you can't hear. Or you don't hear, should I say. You know, these qualities that are so simple that you think about, these are standards and qualities that you have, that everybody has, that the good Lord has endowed us all with. You know, we all have the seed of greatness. It's just, how do you water your plant? How do you cultivate your garden? You know, you've got control over your garden. All right? You are blessed with the seed that will plenish so much stuff. But you've got to take care. I mean, you got to take care of it. You got to do the work in the process to get out that which you want. So today, think about how you view the word Nowhere. Okay? It's an opportunity. It is. How do you view it? Are you spacing out the O and the W to where there's opportunity nowhere? Don't do that. If you are, don't do that. Or are you spacing out the W and the H, and the opportunity is now here, because it is. It doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter what part of life you're in, you know, financial backing, how you were raised, you know, whether your parents were there or not, or, you know, none of that stuff really matters. I mean, because that's just a situation, and you can change the situation. I mean, as long as you have the power of your mind and the thought process and what you're doing, and it's all a mindset. You know, the whole Gigo mindset, garbage in, garbage out. You put your stuff, you know, put the good stuff in, you get the good stuff out. Whatever you're searching for is what you're gonna find. So don't sell yourself short. You know, that's the point. Don't sell yourself a piece of crap pie when you can go out and get a piece of apple pie. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow life to slap you in the face and punk you out, you know, because it can and it will if you let it. You know, I have some pretty influential people in my life. I have some very high-powered people in my life. I have very rich people in my life. And although we all agree and disagree on a lot of similar things and how we do things, how we raise our kids, yada, 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 the one thing that I know we all have in common is we're all people. We all believe in more, we all strive for more, and we all fight for more. We don't give up just because somebody tells us we can't. We don't stop just because somebody says it's going to be hard. We don't bow down just because somebody says that they're better than us. We change the situation. You feel me? And that's the biggest key that I want you all to do. And I want you all to feel that love, that excitement, that velocity and power and strength, to feel that power that is inside of you, that we all have, to grab hold, sorry about all these bumps, to grab hold of what it is that you want out of life. Too many times you lay down when you're right there at the brink. Too many times you put down your shovel and you're right at the opening of water for your well. You know, the thing of it is if you don't continue, you'll never break through. You've got to continue so that you do break through. Don't stop until you break through. Don't look at life as a failure or all the mistakes you've made. Look at all the outcomes you've had and the ways you've learned not to do something. Use your mind to build your future. Use your future to build your family. and use your family as all your fuel and motivation that you'll ever need. Make your why big enough and strong enough, and it will become something that powers you and pushes you and takes you further than you've ever been. Use words that build you and lift you and take you further. Don't use words that will break you down and defeat you. If something's not working, change. If you've invested money in traffic and you're not getting anything out of it, look at the source. Look at the wording you're using. Look at what you're doing and make sure that you're doing something that's actually got value behind it. Okay? Whether it's what I do or not. I say it all the time. I'm doing this for my team, and I'm doing it for people that need the encouragement or that need some kind of change in life. Because too many times people speak over our heads. I talk at a 7th grade, 3rd month level. That way even college professors can understand, right? Because they're people too. They need to hear things. But in all reality, it's to make sure everybody understands. You don't have to use big language. You don't have to have your doctorate degree in anything. You just have to be someone who takes action and who decides. Someone who makes a decision and goes forth and be what it is that you want to do and do what it is you always want, right? Make a decision, change your life, figure out who you are. If that's the problem and you don't know who you are, figure out who you are. But change your mind. Stop looking down on yourself and look up for who you are and what you're gonna be. Find your passion, find your way, live with purpose. Alright? And that's it. That's all I got. 12 minutes of a rant. But don't live in the opportunity of nowhere. Live in the opportunity land of now, here. Alright? So that's it. Live life, be good, and always stay positive, my friend. Live with purpose. Alright? We'll see you on the other side, guys.